Welcome back to Armchair Gaffers, the greatest football podcast in the world. We watch it ourselves, if you didn't know. You're back here with myself, Walks, Scorch, SB, and Mr. Wrong and Strong, sporting his new... it's like a, I don't know, it's like a little...
No, the moustache.
It's like a French kind of vibe.
Junior Furpole.
No.
Yeah, come on, we just...
Junior Furpole.
Have I told you what happened?
Fraudster.
Please, explain.
So, the other day I was tying my lace on the side of the road, like walking on the street. God's honest truth, someone dropped some change at my feet. They thought I was a homeless man. So I said, this has to...
It was getting out of hand.
Yeah, I said, this is getting out of hand.
I didn't want to...
Get me out of here. I took the money, because I needed it.
To get the haircut.
Exactly.
My thing's taking a piss.
No, Scorch, I would give you money if I didn't recognise you.
Movember.
I just...
Oh, no, you have to get the...
Yeah, otherwise...
The overhangers.
Yeah.
Bro, do you know what happens? I feel like I got like you know when you do that
It's
one?
a little itch.
It's mad and then you like... It's just...
Yo, since we're here,
Mad.
quickly, my favourite football player facial hair was the David Villa thing. That little
Ooh,
V.
nasty.
I don't know what that is.
No, it's, listen.
That is not... It was...
It was lethal.
No, but you listen. You see if you buck a man
With that.
on the continent... Wait, hold on. With the...
Yeah.
And this is the crucial part. If they also apply hair gel,
They're serious.
I'm telling you, don't get sucked into a physical confrontation.
Mano.
No, because do you know what he's gonna do?
Call his pals.
He's gonna get you sent off.
Yeah. You might come undone. And since... Go on.
And he's probably got quality.
Definitely.
As David Villa did.
Anyway, let's get back
since
to...
we're talking about male grooming, this show is sponsored by Manscaped.
I got that in today.
It helps for everything. And yeah, since we're doing New Year's resolutions and whatnot, make sure your grooming is on point. Get over to manscaped.com and use the code ACG20 for 20% off and free shipping. We never let you down. This weekend was a big weekend. Loads of derbies flying about. I couldn't decide which was the biggest. But since... Wow. When are we going to stop this?
Okay.
I'm sick.
The one that is top of mind, is that okay? Front of mind?
Top of the agenda.
Top of the agenda is the North London derby, where title favourites now, officially, Arsenal ran out as 2-0 winners. Their first win at Spurs' ground. What would that be? 2014.
It's like 8 years. Do you know what? I've been holding on to this. Oh yeah, man. But yeah, but you know, in my head, yeah. Like whatever happens at like Emirates,
Yes, whatever.
That's
Their place. Yeah.
yeah, cause whatever we'll lose to you. You might be having a good season or a bad season. When you come to the lane, we're just gonna make it right. And then even if Tottenham's bleeding, I can hide behind that.
Okay.
Cause it was like
Because it's facts. Yeah.
But then one random day, not random year, not decade, not 8 year, random day. Arsenal are top of the league, playing better football than Man City, yes. Better than Tottenham, above Tottenham, beating us at the lane. Bro.
Ticks boxes that you didn't know existed. And the little extra one. Jess, you are the resident Arsenal fan. How happy are you with today's win and Arsenal now being backed by the bookies as title favourites?
I'm happy more than you believe.
How much?
More than you believe, I'm happy.
Okay.
Though my face doesn't say, but I'm more than you believe. In all seriousness, guys, I was a bit fearful today because only because of our record at the lane.
Cool. Makes sense.
Yeah. However, I said to a friend of mine, they do exist, that if a full strength Tottenham go up against a full strength Arsenal, both teams playing at their peak, Arsenal would win that game, in my opinion. So I expected to win.
Yes.
If all things went as planned.
All things going well, as they say. Yeah.
Exactly. Good result.
Did you expect it to be so easy?
I
Am I jumping out the box?
It wasn't easy, because I watched most Arsenal games, and there was nothing different in that game than I've seen in any other game. Arsenal this season have dominated most games, even the one game in the league that we lost this year. they dominate most games. It happens, yeah. We just failed the Rashford test, which many teams do, and recently everyone's been failing that test.
That test getting tougher and tougher.
Yeah, exactly.
The pass rate is
you know what?
very low.
I was gonna say they. You reckon they adjusted the pass rate? On the test?
Yeah.
But no, I expect Arsenal to dominate most games, and I'm glad that we're winning in spite of Eduardo Nketiah.
Yeah.
He could have had a hat trick today. But sorry, go on.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think there was that one chance where Xhaka put him through, great pass, touch. Weren't the worst.
See this?
But I think that's where that's where a killer scores.
Yeah, he's not a killer, but that's okay.
And that's cool.
Can everyone see this? Yeah, that's just how much more quality he needs. That's the difference.
That's not far, man.
It's not far, but it's fine margins at this level.
Do you know what I would say though about Nketiah? He's a striker though, and I say that because he tried to finesse one and he just rolled it into Hugo Lloris's chest.
The calculation was off there. Yeah.
And I thought,
safe.
You're a striker, because you see strikers, they're shit. Like technically, they're shit, man. Like, but yeah, like he's a one-off. But like most strikers, if you get 10 strikers, they're kind of shit. Like if you ask them to do drills, it's shit. And
is that true?
No, I hear what there are strikers that are like that, where if you ask them for any more than a bog standard, maybe tap in, or if you give them loads of time with a one-on-one, chances are it might not go in.
Yeah,
bro, strikers are technically shit.
I think it's the system anyway, though.
It's the system very much.
I don't think it's so much like Jesus being out and Eddie Nketiah coming in and playing so well.
It's just the system.
It's just the system.
And with regards to the system as well, people saying that Arsenal will bottle it this year because of the lack of squad depth, yeah? Okay, I'm going to propose a different argument. I'm going to say that the lack of squad depth, yeah, is a strength. It's a strength, yeah. Obviously, barring any injuries, yeah, it can only be a strength, okay? Yeah. Barring any external factors, it can only be a strength. And the fact that I realised today that City have 5 top-class centre-backs, yeah? So that doesn't do well for team chemistry.
5 top class centre-backs.
Like good centre-backs, like Kanji, Ake, Stones, Diaz.
We got Ake in that section now, firmly. Yeah?
I chose my words carefully before I spoke.
Because the only reason why I asked that, is the only thing that I think would make Ake in that section is the fact he's playing for City.
What was it, Chelsea?
But then
Chelsea,
Bournemouth.
Yeah, he was Chelsea, Bournemouth, was where he found his feet.
I tried to sneak that one in. I tried to sneak it in.
Bournemouth.
Then Chelsea wanted to sign him again.
Okay.
Before he went to City, and
he also plays for Orange, no?
But my point is though, outside of Man City, who's he play for?
Tottenham.
I remember Ole tried to tap him up after Man United played Bournemouth, but I don't think so. Now.
Yeah, but okay, let's just say they have 4 then. Yeah, take him out of here.
Yeah.
That lack of knowing who's going to start this week, and knowing that this is what we're going to do, maybe that's playing against them this year. Possibly.
I think there's like loads of factors. That could be one.
This is another argument. I think
you're saying Arsenal's lack of rotation. I think they have the least changed first 11 in the league.
Yeah, like whenever the squads come out, I don't need to check Arsenal squads. Yeah, I check the press conference the day before to see if we have any injuries. If there were none,
wait till 3 o'clock when the team's released, because
Yeah, really, I know exactly.
Arsenal social media might as well just save it.
Exactly.
Don't even waste.
Yeah. So but enough about Arsenal. I want to talk about
you're not even trying to.
I think it was kind of like thing with Arsenal, like
business as usual.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing.
Me and my mates call it BAU.
Yeah,
that's why even like when Paul Merson was talking earlier, I don't know if anyone saw
before
it.
they came.
He was just a bit not cocky, but he was a bit.
He said, "I'm going to be bullish."
Yeah,
that's what he
and
said.
I was just like,
he knows ball.
I was like,
he knows ball.
I was like,
that's
Merce. I was like, Merce. I was like, he's actually telling the truth.
Yeah.
I was like, Jamie was like, you're a bit too big and acting big for your piece. I was thinking like, bro, like if you're just looking at football like with your eyes and not stats or
games.
Arsenal playing the best football right now. Tottenham are not playing the best football right now.
Yeah.
What do you think?
They also have injuries as well. So what do you think's gonna happen?
Not only have they got injuries, they've got Hugo Lloris in goal.
Yeah, and Hugo Lloris in goal. So what do you expect?
Guys.
What do you actually expect?
So quickly before we move on, because I know we have to talk about some of these Tottenham players. But anyway,
no, we're going to Tottenham now.
No, but there's something that we got to touch on though.
Zinchenko's performance wasn't
great.
One of the best.
You thought it was good?
Going forward,
one of the best
going forwards,
up and down.
Yeah, there were peaks and troughs.
I saw him. There was one where he ended up on his arse. They tried to play a ball through to Kulusevski, but Kulusevski didn't get up to loads today.
I tell you what, Kulusevski come back from injury. I reckon he's not fully there. Being honest, because I saw him treating Zinchenko like shit a few times.
There's a few like
that
but
made me
I think as a fullback, I think
On the
Zinchenko's-
ball.
it's
You know when I realised there's a
crazy,
problem,
man.
like
Getting out of little pockets.
Yeah.
oh, what, how good he is.
It's
He's
mad.
sick.
And then he'll come this way. Did you know that? I think this week it came out that
Arteta is the one.
Is the one who said this guy's a left back.
Yeah,
Man
crazy.
City.
But listen, Zinchenko's very good. I didn't know this. I'll hold my hands
No,
up.
on the ball.
Yeah,
technically.
yeah, and I understand now why he's there. Like,
I've been trying to say to you for years he's good.
He can't defend.
yeah, but
though.
I'm not going to listen to you.
The centre
He
mid.
can't defend. though.
Centre mid Zinchenko.
He can't defend.
Yeah.
Attacking wise and in your system, he
Yeah,
is.
very good.
What if I...
Perfect. I'm going to come back to Zinchenko when we go to Man City later on. Just remind me, okay?
Scooch.
Oi,
Yeah, that's where we need to go. There's a few things on City, but we'll get there.
there's 5 things.
Tottenham.
You 5? I've got 3.
Just 5.
Tottenham.
But wait, sorry, Arsenal. I just want to say Arsenal. Lastly, like we got to say it. Like the only thing that I was questioning about this Arsenal team, because I seen goals, I seen good defending,
Yeah.
I seen squad, I seen man that man thought if they, I seen people like Nketiah who people questioned come in and have his own impact. Like he brings something else to the team. Yeah. This game today was like the last box for me. Like everybody else could have been sold or maybe not sold.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
me, I saw that the steel. Like I saw
Well, the last 30 minutes.
the metal. No. Just
Throughout the whole game.
the whole game. Like even like
Total control, man.
man didn't. You see the Arsenal players. They didn't allow it to just be anything more than a football game.
It wasn't a derby. Like this wasn't a derby. This was
Somebody said
They zanged us. They zanged us because when we played at your
weren't getting
ground,
involved in
it was a derby. At our ground, it was a game of
this is
football.
I
Yeah.
need 3 points for my bigger target.
With,
Yeah,
all,
it
with
worked.
all due respect, I saw a comment online saying this is as much a derby as Barcelona versus Espanyol is a derby.
Some people. That's
I packed up my bags and left. I haven't been back since. You were saying something, and I've lost my train of thought. So just go back to whatever you were saying, and it might come back to me.
Eddie
Yeah, no, I just think that Arsenal have got still.
I'd say also on Eddie, the funny thing is people aren't clamoring for the return of Jesus, which lets you know that life's good.
But every single time
For now.
every single
Yeah,
time
as long
I
as you're
ask,
winning, yeah.
That's all we could do. Yeah.
bro, every time I ask the Arsenal fans, yeah, because I'm gonna just say it straight, I kind of think in a similar way that Garnacho is hitting different for United than Sancho was. We'll get there.
We're gonna
we'll
get to
there.
the United stuff.
But the same way
They
I
need
see
that.
that is the kind of the sort of way that I'm looking at Nketiah and Jesus. But every time I ask Arsenal fans, I'm like, does Jesus walk straight back into this team? And it's always weird. No one ever says
We play better football. He presses.
like
yada,
they start
yada.
getting weird.
Like I'm just going by what I'm seeing. I don't think Arsenal miss Jesus.
Right now,
So
they will not be
far,
rushing to
man.
put him back in that squad.
This is the thing. Everyone was saying, "Oh, yeah, like you know what it is with Jesus is the link up play.
Accent.
Is the link up play when he
Link
does
up play, the physicality.
In the big games, you're not gonna win Eddie and KL.
No, but today I
there's-
saw the
No.
ball, I saw the
One
GK,
today,
I saw the
bro.
GK boot
And
the
there's
ball,
one next
and he
week.
brought it out the
telling you.
sky.
With protection.
Dyer, you chill.
Like I hear
Flick.
it.
Have you seen
But
his
when
body
you're coming
transformation?
against
he's
when you're coming
a
against
unit.
Clement Langley,
Yeah,
Eric Dyer,
yeah.
and Romero, who
Romero,
might be
who's
still
just-
back in Argentina still as well. Like God only knows. Not this is no
That
thing on
geezer.
Eddie and Nketiah as well because I think Eddie and Nketiah has been cold.
Fair.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be like
What about when you're
when it was Newcastle.
Alright, cool. What about when you're playing against bleeding Cancelo?
Bleeding gums Murphy can sell it.
Bleeding Cancelo, let's say it. Ake, Bournemouth superstar that got relegated. I think Ake's good, by the way. But
Yeah,
I'm just
he's been saying this.
devil's advocate. Ake, Akanji for 13 M's from Borussia Dortmund that nobody wanted anywhere in the world.
Weren't radaring.
Like, don't do that thing where Pep gets someone and we look at it different.
I've always loved him.
Them man there. Like, why can't he do his thing against them?
Definitely can.
Eddie.
Definitely
No,
can.
he can.
Next Sunday's.
I'm talking about when
next
it's like
Sunday's one. Next
Varane.
Sunday's a nice test.
I'm talking big boy.
Yeah, I want to get into Tottenham.
No, but no, I'm saying
No, but no,
that's
he
their,
could.
that's
yeah,
their
yeah,
big team.
but
That's their
we
team
don't
right
know.
now.
We don't know yet until they play City because they ain't played. You ain't played City.
No,
yet,
not
have
at
you?
all.
Yeah, talk
One more
about-
thing before we get onto
yeah,
Spurs, if we're going to get onto Spurs properly.
Yes.
Just a few flowers for Martin Odegaard because I feel like he's trying to show people that,
Captain O.
I've got something on him.
Go on, yeah.
This is the player that Real Madrid bought when he was like 14.
He was 9 when they bought him.
This is when he was when he was born. This is the player that
He's
Real
mess.
Madrid.
He's kind of good.
This is the guy.
Technically, he's mess, man.
And you know what? Just whilst we're on the subject, I just want to shout out Alan Halilovic.
Come on, man. Come on. Wherever.
Yeah, I think what I like about Odegaard is that he's never had physicality, and I love a player who's not physical because you have to do other things. You know, your physicality gets you out of problems.
Yeah.
You say that, but do you know what's funny though?
He's got steel.
He was that little boy. Remember, he signed like 16, whatever. Yeah. Do you remember? Was it Betis? Sociedad.
Him and
Alexander Isaac was
and Isak.
I thought you was gonna say Januzaj.
Januzaj.
Yeah, I thought you was gonna say.
no,
Januzaj.
them lot were all parring.
Yeah.
But do you lot remember? Like he's whatever, and then he just
Yeah,
out the blue.
yeah, because he was like 5 when they signed him.
Bro, he's some little kid, and then one day I see him, and I'm like, your shoulders they look different.
There's a lot of chests going on there.
That's a captain.
But it's like he's learnt ball, and now he's got horsepower.
Other stuff, yeah. He's that's Arsenal's captain. You wouldn't put him down as like a big leader, shouter, but in terms of like performance, I guess there's 2 different types of captains. I think of performance or like leadership. He's just performance.
Are we still
Get on board.
Are we still in 2023? Are we still pretending that leaders are just like people like Eric Dyer?
Remember we spoke about this.
I'm ready to speak about
There's a
Tottenham.
discussion to be had.
We spoke about this culture, and I remember I was on the phone to you and I said that's the English way of looking at a captain. You want them to be vocal and loud and shouting when you can just be good at football and just don't let your team down.
Everyone looks up to
Just
that.
set
innit?
standards.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like-
captain of Norway as well. It's a good look.
Who
But
was
yeah.
the coolest guy when you was a kid at? Was the coolest guy at football? Was the best guy at football?
Yeah, literally
Captain, innit?
had all the Johns. First pick as well.
First pick.
Yeah.
Do you know what's mad? You know slightly when you check it, yeah. Whoever's captain, yeah. Like when you do captains, they're probably these.
Yeah.
Guys, let's get into Spurs and then
King.
get off this NLD.
Arsenal flying 8 points clear at the top. Amazing form. Spurs 19 points off Arsenal, I think now.
Something like that,
Just the whole
And they played
not
no
playing in the
game.
first half thing. People saying that happened again today. Where do we see Spurs ending up? Where did it go wrong today? Should Conte move away from playing 3 at the back up
He
against maybe 1 Eddie Nketiah?
Is the most stubborn.
Discuss.
So I said that Tottenham need to move on from Harry Kane. Yeah. Now, can I just say, yeah, I think Harry Kane is one of the top. I'll say 20 just to be conservative. Yeah, top 20 football players in the world. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
just to be conservative. Yeah, but I rate him very, very highly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could be top 10. But yeah.
Okay.
But what I'm
Basic.
saying is that his style of play is stifling Tottenham's progression. Okay, I've said this a million times on the pod. Yeah, you cannot sign certain players. Yeah, because you know Harry Kane will start. Like for example, I believe that Arsenal, for instance, we're just talking about them now. They could sign another striker. Yeah. And the striker, let's just say Lewandowski was available, yeah. He'll come to Arsenal, knowing that Jesus is the main striker, but he'll come and say, yeah, like we can both play. He might start, I might start, like we maybe start together. But with Tottenham, another striker isn't going to come because you know it's only the system they play. It's only Harry Kane that's going to start. Like Lewandowski wouldn't come to Tottenham.
Does Vlahovic come?
I don't think he comes.
Are you blaming Kane?
No. I'm saying
That's what I'm saying. It sounds mad. That's
No,
what I'm
he
saying.
is mad.
It's not as crazy.
He's been making Tottenham what Tottenham are for how many years?
What is
Bro,
Tottenham?
Yeah,
if
no,
you
without
take
him, yeah, it's
if you
a
take away his
scary-
goals
it's a
this
scary,
season,
scary
bro,
side.
where would Spurs be without Kane's goals this season? Because it ain't Son.
But I'm saying we need why am I
always
saying
think
we?
we're
I'm not a Tottenham fan, but you can't move on. Yeah, you can only play that system.
You know what's thing as well, yeah? I've seen Kane play in all different types of systems. Like he can play he can play in any system. He can play 3, 4,
thrives.
2 up front, 10. He can play with any system, and he still does the same thing. He scores goals and he helps the team. So I don't know how he will be stifling Tottenham.
I think it's bigger than that as well. I think there's loads of other problems.
Shall we go through the list?
Please.
Scorch, you know them better than me, so if you could reel off a
Start from like the back end of the
Let's
pitch.
not do all of them because we'd be here until I don't know the end of the season. But what are the top issues that you see with Spurs in this current?
I think Hugo
Iteration.
Lloris is 36.
Yeah,
No, he can't kick a football.
scored his first own goal. I think it's 400.
He's not 36. He cannot
That's
kick
his
a
first on
football.
goal.
First own goal.
We'd
Yeah.
never thought
He
that.
can't kick a football. Yeah,
Yeah, he can't.
he does that one year where if there's a slight headwind, the ball's gonna spin backwards and come back to you. Yeah, it's not good
He's
enough for
got
this level.
a few limitations, man.
So Yeah, there's Hugo Lloris. He's 36.
Yeah.
He can't kick.
Just retired from France as well.
Yeah.
So, and that usually means you're going to prolong your club career.
Yeah. He needs to
prolong that.
That's not a good idea.
Hugo, my brother.
Yeah, like he can't. He's not good with his feet, but that wasn't really a thing when he probably got popping. Yeah. One of the massive things that he had going for him was he's a keeper sweeper, but he hasn't been a keeper sweeper for 5 years, 4 maybe. Yeah, that's
problem one.
That's the goal.
That's
Number
Lloris. He needs to go. Then there's Dyer. This is a massive problem.
Who was playing good under Conte when he first came?
No,
Was
because
looking like
NMB.
the main man.
Hold on.
A
NMB.
leopard
Starting down the
never
middle.
NMB.
changes his
Yes.
spots.
NMB.
New manager bounce.
Okay.
So
A leopard never
If-
changes his spots.
You're right.
NB. Yeah, sorry, yeah.
if you go through Davies, Dyer,
Just over the years, or
partly Doherty, you'll just see the same thing. You'll see the same thing under Jose, the same thing under
they're resorting to type.
Poch, the same thing under Nuno, and now they're just back there. They're just 1 year after having a gaffer. Now they're just being themselves.
Back in the malaise.
And I just think all it is you're seeing the limitation of the squad. Like Conte's managed to push, get the vibe back. The man stopped underperforming, innit? Like, if we're being real, is this Tottenham team above the 5th best team in the league? Probably not.
Squad and whatnot.
Yeah, probably not.
So you think this is par for the course? This is they're shooting where they should be shooting.
I think we've got to where we can get to being realistic. Like, don't get me wrong, a new geezer could come in and make it lit. But I think he comes in, he makes it lit, and then after a while, he's gonna say, "I need support and I need players because these men ain't good enough.
They're not good enough, man.
They're not good enough."
I was saying this from last year. Sorry, Scott. I was saying this from last year when they got their when they got into the top 4 that time. Sorry, I said it's all
Man said that time. No?
great. And no, the times before.
Say
Like,
consistently.
no, the
Have some
the
respect.
thing
Test
one,
me.
you know what I'm talking about.
The one last year.
The one
Yeah.
last
The
year,
one
the
to
fight. I
celebrate.
said, all right, like they did get the top 4, but when you actually look at it throughout the season, Arsenal was there. Okay, they crumbled in what the last.
Apple crumble.
They crumbled in what the last 5 games
Yes.
or the
No,
last
3.
3 games.
Three.
Like,
But you're saying
No, it wasn't the last
for the
three.
majority of
It
the
wasn't the last
season.
3. It wasn't the last 3
So-
because there was 3 losses in a row, and then we lost to you and Newcastle.
Yeah, so that's why.
But it
to
was
me-
still okay when we played each other at the lane. All you had to do was not lose.
and they crumbled.
But we lost
anyways,
3: Brighton, Southampton, Palace,
Yeah, but
and
that's-
then lost to you.
Spurs.
But
that,
they were
that
okay.
is Spurs, yeah. That's what I'm
So
trying
that's
to get.
Spurs, yeah. Oh,
That was
fair,
the level.
fair. Jess, what do you think of Spurs? Where should they improve? Saar got his debut today.
Oh, I want to chat about Saar.
What do you think of him today?
Whoa, I thought it was my turn.
No, I meant like when you get set. Yeah.
I think, remember Conte said in that press conference that he didn't realise how big the job was at Spurs. But then immediately after he said that, the results got good.
When you,
Yeah.
when you begin to understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe
I watched that
we're
one.
going back to, the job is quite big. Doherty playing right back.
The fullback thing.
Yeah.
Is
Just
he the best of the fullbacks that they have?
Yes, that's the
Yeah,
problem.
yeah, he is.
Sessegnon, is too like this, and he's not like this.
More troughs than peaks.
Yeah,
Sessegnon, I mean.
but it's not like this over like a good game and then a poor game. It's like this is during one
Same
game.
game, yeah, it's like-
Which isn't good enough. I like Romero. Dyer's competent. Whoa!
Rapping,
Say it to me.
keep going.
Longley. I don't know. Apparently he can pass.
Remember, Dyer wasn't even good enough from how many previous regimes, but this is why when Tottenham was doing well and I was hearing them saying, "Oh yeah, Eric Dyer's doing good and everything," I said, "This is just for now."
I got a few season ticket
We've
holders
seen
and,
him be a CDM.
Yeah, he used to get
A right back,
Yeah.
and now he's a set. We've seen all of this. So why are we seeing now? Because Tottenham got top 4 now.
Yeah.
That these players are this quality.
bro.
bro,
You just got to go,
you
man.
just got
And
through
then
that.
there's someone that Scorch dislikes, which is Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, which I don't see the problem with him personally, but I'm not looking at him through the same eyes.
Did you watch the game today?
He was.
Is he any better than Elneny?
Did you watch the game today?
I don't think Elneny's bad though. I'm just saying.
I did watch the
I'm
game. I
saying,
missed the first
do
30
you
minutes.
think he's any better than Elneny?
By the way, the first 15 was the best of Tottenham. Is he better than El Neni?
Is he better than El Neni?
Is he better than El Neni?
Like, if you put El Neni in Spurs,
is he better than
do you
El
see a
Neni?
difference?
Isn't he?
Is he
I
better
don't.
than
I
El
don't
Neni?
think he is.
Isn't he better than El Neni?
I don't think he is.
I think he is.
Do you know what he is? In my opinion,
It's the same thing.
he's a bit better than El Neni. Yes.
Oh wow.
Like,
Right? He's better than El Neni.
that's
Yes.
harsh.
Yeah. However, this is the reality. Højbjerg, he's our El Neni, but he's
every day.
brought the level down. Like, I can't, like, do you know what is rattling my brain, yeah? Is that we got guys at our club, yeah, that are the reason that the level is lower, but a man think that they're okay. Like I understand, like, you see Dyer, you wasn't great, yeah? I understand Davies is a low ceiling man, yeah, but these are our problems that we already had. They can be on squads. Like, you've been brought and you're now in the first team and the level's lower. But man, don't think you're part of the problem. You're the heartbeat of whatever this is.
Okay. The heartbeat.
Bro,
The engine room.
You see today, yeah? Sarr, in my opinion, he seemed more comfortable with the scenario and the situation that he was in than Højbjerg.
I think he looks better on the ball. I'd say.
I saw Sarr. The reason why I say, and I mean the entire situation, I saw Sarr tracking back, making tackles in his box when his centre backs were scared to, and Højbjerg was nowhere to be seen. The senior centre midfielder in this partnership that people like to pretend is Højbjerg and Bentancur. It's not, bro. Like, today is just another example of what Højbjerg looks like, not next to Bentancur. You already know who Bentancur is because you know him from Juve. So you know what he is, you know what he does. Højbjerg, stop getting zanged because he's standing next to somebody good.
I feel like, and again, this is what I was talking about with system and formation. Those two, Højbjerg, who's in a mixed vein of form, if I'm being generous, Sarr making his debut, up against Partey, Xhaka and Odegaard. If you get something out of that, that's a surprise.
is that not Conte's problem then?
I think
Everyone
it's
knows that how Arsenal's gonna. Like just said, they've had the same team. They've done the least changes. So with all this technology that all these clubs have nowadays,
Doesn't take
you
much.
know
We know it.
how teams are setting up.
Yeah,
So
I think
as you are Conte, why are you still going with the two? I get it. That's your system and that's how you play. But bro, it's suicide.
I think you should have principles, but I also believe in that flexibility, man.
You have to have some sort of
But
flexibility.
yeah,
if you're
those
top
two, that's a
coach.
tough task against that midfield three who are at the peak of their powers at the minute. But yeah, fairly doom and gloom. I switched off just when the Arsenal was celebrating, and yada yada yada, dancing and whatnot. Richard Keys is gonna hate that.
They actually deserve to do.
But,
they
yeah,
deserve
they-
that,
they-
man.
they earned
Usually
the right.
they get cussed for dancing
right.
around the place, but that's a massive win today.
Yeah.
Bro, you win a North London derby away from home
And
whilst
you got
you're
8
in a
points clear.
title hunt.
Yeah,
Like,
like, what?
Dance.
bro, I'm a Spurs fan, but yo, like, I'll be honest with you.
Get jiggy.
I would expect Tottenham to
Like,
do the same.
yeah.
Like Arsenal's
Yeah,
done.
you're not mad at
Jiggy
Arsenal.
with it.
We should stop them from
Yeah.
doing that. Yeah.
What you should have done is
Won the game.
be offended by that happening in the 90 minutes.
Yeah, that's it. Don't complain after.
Before we move on from this, I just want to reiterate that I've said from the beginning, Arsenal are winning the league this year.
You have.
Sorry,
Every episode.
Dyer. Sorry, I just want to say Dyer is a huge problem because we got pretend leadership. We got somebody that is selective when he does the noisy stuff, and also somebody that like he thinks it's okay to just kick the ball. Like, oh, I'm gonna make solid contact on the ball and give it back to the other team. This is shit. This is bare shit. I'm like, see, today is the day that I'm done.
Tell you how it is.
Bro, Dyer, I really hate this guy. Højbjerg, I hate this guy. These pretend leaders that growl and kick the ball off the pitch. You man are fucking wankers. I hate you.
I'm gonna be honest, yeah. There's nothing I like more than an angry scorcher. Like, not Tottenham losing, just when he's angry. I'll sign up to this. I will subscribe to this angry scorcher.
And yeah, make sure you subscribe as well. All of the viewers at home. New
And
Armchair Gaffers.
also, we're
Old
sorry
Armchair
for
Gaffers,
spending was it half an hour?
Yeah, we've done a fair bit, but it's a big game. Let's move on to another derby which took place. I guess the North London derby today, we call that not a shock result. I think there was a shock result yesterday at Old Trafford. It's probably where I'd go.
No.
Some of the no. Here we are. The
I'm going to agree with him.
The hipsters.
I'm going to agree with him.
I knew
and
this
I'm
guy
going to agree
would
with you
say
as
it.
well.
I knew it.
I'm agreeing with both of you.
Do this.
1 hug,
No, but
2
I was
hug, 3 hug, 4
That
hug,
team
5
knows- oh,
hug,
look at it. Here we
6
go.
hug,
This is SB
7
This is SB
hug,
section.
8
We're the
hug,
fullback.
9 hug, 10 hug, 10
10
hug, 10 hug,
hug.
10 hug,
10 hug.
10 hug.
Hey, that song is best. By the way, that and the Eddie song gone.
Yeah.
Them two songs. That is. By the way, you see that? Do you know why I don't like that? Because that feels like Man United.
What did I say? What did I say?
I don't know what you
What
said.
did I say he was cooking?
I'll tell you what
did I
I
say?
said. I'll tell you what I said.
All the comments. What was I saying?
I said
Called him a madman.
They was cussing me.
A heretic.
They were cussing me.
Man.
They were cussing me. Yes, in the comments.
they were.
It was.
What was they saying?
You lot ain't being no big teams.
I said, yeah.
Hey, do you know what?
You lot
Some
aren't
people
really.
will say, yeah,
you lot
they
aren't
was been
really.
saying-
You lot aren't really in.
The run.
You lot aren't really in form. Like, well, we're gonna see when you play the bigger tests. All
It's
right.
crazy. So we've so far, or Man United, sorry, have beaten Liverpool,
Klopp.
Spurs,
Conte.
Arsenal.
Arteta.
Yeah.
Sorry, and then yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pep.
I said
6 months. 6. Remember.
He's the fastest manager to 20
this,
wins.
Remember, no
United.
shame on Arsenal because Arsenal playing great football right now. This is Arteta's what 4th year.
no. Well, he's done
Yeah,
3.
fourth
He's
year.
done
Yeah.
3.
4th
yeah.
year of his process, and you see how good Arsenal look now. Ten Hag has had 6 months. And he's taken out all the big hitters already in 6 months.
I love the way you had to bring in
Thank
Arsenal
you.
now. So I said that United have only beat bums going into this run. Yeah, I said it. Okay,
The Nottingham Forests of the world. The West
exactly.
Ham.
The Bournemouths, I think you beat.
Yeah.
Aston, no, Everton, I think you beat
The
just
Aston Villa.
after. Yeah,
Shout out my guy Unai.
Yeah.
Not
He-
guy
yeah.
for that
He
shit.
But,
said,
yeah.
I am not involved.
I just want to spread some. You guys will call it negativity or hate. I'm going to call it extreme realism. Yeah. Actually, can I just say, United are very hard to beat. Before I continue.
Look at the.
Oh, because you know they're
look at
Manchester
the
United
structure.
now.
Look at the,
Yeah,
the
no.
defensive.
Yeah, United
solidity.
are so hard to beat right now, and it's all well and good being hard to break down, yeah. But then you can't break against a team that are hard to break down, and then when you're trying to attack and your attack breaks down, they've got 3 people. I said this to you before we
Yes,
started
yeah,
filming, in the midfield, Casemiro, Eriksen, and Bruno Fernandez that have a decent passing ability at the very least.
No, listen,
Yeah?
we are the best transitional team.
No,
in
no.
the Premier
Let me
League.
finish this, please,
Yeah.
SB. Okay, so you're attacking them. You're out of shape because you're attacking. So you're not in your 2 banks. How you defend? No, so
should
you're all
have
over the
attacking
place. Yeah, the
structures,
ball
man.
breaks down. Rashford is loitering with
Intent.
intent. That's the key thing. It drops Bruno Fernandez. He doesn't even look. He just launches it. Drops Casemiro. He places it. Yeah. It drops to Eriksen. He looks up. Yeah. He fizzes it. Whatever happens, it's going to one of these people who's going to deliver something into an area. It hasn't got to be accurate. It's just got to be in an area because there's a lad up there loitering with intent who's fast. He's going like John. It's only got to go right 3 times in a game. Okay.
Sometimes once.
What is that?
Sometimes
Jess?
once.
Transition.
No. I call it counter attack FC.
No, and what is a counter attack?
A super fast transition.
Yeah.
Okay,
Shout
you
out
call it
Liverpool.
transition FC. I call it counter attack FC. My
this-
point is, United are going to be very hard to beat until teams
Yeah,
clock
only
on.
0.76 XG yesterday for Man City.
Sorry, I just want to
One shot on
say
target.
also like there's one thing that we're kind of missing out.
I 1%. Oh, Maguire's not playing
What have we
anymore.
overlooked?
Casemiro.
And
guess
like
what?
He's
Yeah,
getting them flowers now, man. I saw signing of the season talk. I see him top of poll of the best DMs, and I was like, is he better than Rodri as it stands?
Why do you keep saying what we're not saying party?
I don't get
this.
No, because the party is getting all of the flowers.
Yeah, that's mad.
He's a Rolls Royce.
Yeah, but he's not though.
He's not.
He's not. Let's
not-
stop being stupid.
He's not what, a Rolls Royce or getting flowers?
Partey is nowhere near Casemiro's
No,
level.
that's not what we're saying. I'm saying
Safe.
no. I'm saying I'm saying that
I think
that's
there's more of
true.
a
But
conversation to
why
be
is the conversation Casemiro or Rodri or Casemiro or even Fabinho?
Because
Yeah,
Rodri
Fabinho's
is the reigning
We're gonna
champion.
get onto Fabinho.
Got the
Rodri reigning defending Premier League
Okay,
champion.
that's
But
why.
Ten Hag said to stop Man City, we don't need to focus on Haaland, Bernardo Silva. He said Rodri is the man. And there's like analysis going around online where Martial's trying to screen in front, Eriksen's trying to get close to him. And I guess that
My
stopped
gaffer.
somewhat of their build up.
My
He spotted
gaffer.
that, and I think Rodri is
My
top,
gaffer.
as they
So
say.
you guys can
I
do the
think
same
Rodri-
to
You
party.
Why?
yeah.
You know what? Everyone's like, oh, they saw the learn. I was like, oh.
Can you hear him?
I was like, oh, why is Luke Shaw centre back? I said, don't worry.
That's a big shout. I was surprised when the team sheet came
I
out.
wasn't, because I believe in my gaffer. Yeah, I know he has a
Earned the
plan.
trust. He's
Also
earned-
as
he's earned
well-
the
He
trust,
has a
man.
plan.
This highlights
Do you
the
know-
fact
sorry.
that Maguire was a problem.
Yes.
And what did he do? Like a big dog he is.
Rough.
He's faced
He gave him the
every-
rope first. To
He
the
gave
chief.
him the rope because he has to do it. He was in England. He said, all right, cool.
And
I
what
have to at least give him the rope because I know what he's on. I know what he's going to do anyway. And he saw it 4-0 Brentford. Gone. Thing changed.
Yeah. Yeah. No, United are hard to play
Those
against.
days feel like a long time ago.
Is because I got to be negative because that's what I do.
No, that's fine. We just wanted our respect.
Is
That's
this
all. I don't.
is this
we're not
style
doing-
of play different to Ole's counter attack?
It's the exact same. But
No, it's
way
not.
it's not the same.
it's the when they do
not
the
the same.
this,
Not even
is,
close.
this is my opinion. I'm a non-Manchester.
I'll show you the clips.
Manchester United fan. In my
Manchester United
I'm a non-Manchester United fan.
in South Africa.
When they
I'm so happy to be here.
when they do like I think when they transition, yeah, it's the. Do you know what I think? It's a lot like like you will see when things click and go well. You will see things that are reminiscent of old like. So like Conte and Jose, it's not the same, but the same shit happens. It might happen in different halves. It's the same shit because it's the same people. I think you see like the difference with Ten Hag though is that when you're
playing Maguire,
when you're watching Ten Hag though, yeah, and he might like Luke Shaw is playing centre back. Do you know what man think? He's got a plan. Whereas you see Ole,
It's no plan.
I think he one sec, he's done this. I'll tell you what he's done. Hold on. Control, copy,
Control C.
paste. Here we go. And that's what I used to think. I used to think Ole used to do. Sometimes he gets it right. Some days is a good day to counter attack. Some days it's not. He doesn't seem to know the difference. Whereas Ten
I
Hag
just realised.
seems to know.
Something.
There's tactics behind the press.
I know the value of having a good balance in your team, and one of those areas to have a good balance is your centre back pairing. If you have a left-footed guy playing on the left centre,
Seems to favour. He seems to favour a left foot and a right foot.
Yeah, so like I think the Luke Shaw thing kind of makes sense.
And do you know,
knows.
SB, one of the funny things I've noticed, Ten Hag, his centre back that he signed from Ajax, had at Ajax,
Oh, he don't give a
spent
fuck.
big money on him. He said Lisandro needs to understand he's a World Cup winner. This is like the press conference just post Argentina winning, I think maybe 5 days after. And he said he needs to understand that the Prem starts again on the 27th.
Yes, he said. Yeah,
He said, and he's come back hungover or whatever, and he said, "Cool, you're just gonna stay there for a bit. I'm gonna play a left-footed fullback, and that's so calm."
No, you missed
And
something.
you're gonna
out.
have to live with that.
You got missed something out. I'm gonna play left-footed fullback
In the biggest game.
and win games,
In the derby.
and you're gonna be calm with that.
And you have to be calm with that.
You have to be.
Do you know
Because
what's-
we're
Because
winning?
we just beat Man City at home.
And
Without
you know what's mad? At the start of the season, yeah, it was like, fucking. We was trying to work out where is he gonna? Do you know what, raw? Like, man might even need to play him in DM.
He's too small.
Oh,
You don't hear his height anymore. Which is
No. Do you know what? No.
He grew.
No. You're gonna shift him out to the left back, bro. You see, right now it's a dog.
You're gonna have to wait.
Make good use of your minutes. It's that kind of
Yeah, it's that
Because you see
season.
what is with Shaw, we know long term, but you see Shaw, he's gone in. He might all next season.
Might be a stay there.
One thing I like about Shaw, yeah,
Diligence.
when he gets on the ball at left back, and mainly that's where we see him, yeah, he analyzes things before he does things, yeah, and
He avoids running.
he avoids running a lot, yeah. He runs off the ball, yeah,
He's a powerful runner, man.
yeah.
No. Are you man gonna lie? Does he not avoid running a little bit? Sometimes does he not play in eco mode? Does he not sometimes get it and pass? Does he not do that and jog around?
I'm gonna say more often than not he runs.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
You see his goal against Bournemouth the other day.
No, I know I know he's
that
a
was
true.
running.
I know he's a trooper.
bombs.
But sometimes does he not do eco
He
mode?
can go into eco
When he's not feeling it,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he has been someone that's gone into those little.
I'm not
peaks
saying
and-
shit,
oh,
you know.
troughs,
No,
sorry.
We
I'm
know
just saying
he's not
sometimes
doing
he just.
He showed better again though.
But
But
this renaissance
season,
at
he
centre
showed
back
better.
is
When I say eco,
coaching.
and I don't mean shit. I just mean
extraordinary.
sometimes he's not doing the 100 miles and I'm running as fast as I can, overlapped him, underlap even sometimes.
Yeah, him, Rashford and Martial down that left side. They used to have something. But yeah, he's like a
is a coach.
seasons man.
That's all we needed. It was a coach.
Another thing I need to speak about. Few of the inclusions yesterday. Fred was included, looking like the modern day Nicky Butt, maybe a Phil Neville, Jason Park.
Was you happy with him starting? Because I was. I think
I was
most Man United fans.
You understood.
I went mad.
Most Man United fans was like, yeah, I understand. It was only non-Man United fans was like,
I understood
why is Fred playing?
And guess
Because we know
what?
Eriksen.
Fred's name came up and was linked to Man City because he played well against Man City against Pep in Champions League. And he did it yesterday. He pocketed some people's GOAT centre mid of all time, and kept him fairly quiet. I know KDB got his assist, but I don't think that was down to Fred. I'd also say Malacia coming in. It's good to see he's confident again. But the main one I'm most impressed with,
I know
Spider-Man.
the
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man
is back.
Wait, that
Hey,
no, he's not back. He's forward.
Yeah,
He's here, he's landed, and he really wants to, from everything like I've read and heard, he wants to fight for his place. He's not trying to go back to
I
Crystal
respect
Palace.
him
That's not in his plan.
highly because bro,
Yeah,
he was getting
because the
abuse
money
like
will be
Maguire
less.
was getting.
Yeah.
Was getting abuse. Yeah, like you know when you're on Twitter, you see a man
All of it.
trolling, man, misdribbling, he's passing with the music, everything. He could have
The
easily
jeans and the Tims came out and all
easily
that.
just got heard that Man United didn't want him anymore. He could have easily just fucked it.
Got
Off.
his head down, and this for me is why I'm rating the Ten Hag
I'll be honest with you, yeah.
situation.
If I was a
That
football
way-
player at Manchester United, as Gary Neville says, and there was talk of me going back to my old club, yeah, I'm thinking that means less money. Let me pattern up and keep this good money over here.
yeah.
It's a no-brainer.
And that he has, yeah. When Dallo went down injured in midweek, I was like, oh, the timing is against Man City. But then I've just thought, since Wan-Bissaka's come back, he hasn't really let himself down. He did the classic thing that he does is where he falls asleep at the back post. I think he probably should have done better with the Grealish goal, where everyone was saying Grealish has arrived.
No, but
which I'm still yet to see.
Jack Grealish though is a trooper though.
He's done all right.
No. I just mean like.
What did he do?
See, Jack Grealish, like you can get hit. Like Jack Grealish is a trooper. Like he's physical.
Yeah.
When he gets moving,
Yeah, I don't think he weren't really bucking Wan-Bissaka.
No. I'm not saying. No, I'm saying like getting caught. Like Jack Grealish doing it at the back post, it can happen.
Okay, fair. Foden versus Wan-Bissaka as well. Foden, his form, Noden. It continues. That lack of form.
Should have played Rashford and Saka in the
It's
World
worrying.
Cup. Should have done it.
Mount and Foden.
It's a tad worrying.
It's a toss up.
Where Foden is, yeah.
Would you say I raised you, James?
Yeah. This is
Sorry, James Maddison, that's what I said.
What a midfield three that would be. But yeah, Foden locked up. What about the Bruno goal? Interfering.
Oh, yeah.
Not interfering.
That was offside. That was offside, 100%.
Conspiracy.
Listen.
That was offside.
Listen. We can't fight rules, innit? As the rule book says, he wasn't interfering.
And that's not
The
true.
law is an ass.
Yeah, can I
And
just
we
say?
know the law is awful.
Can I say, yeah?
Of course you can.
By the level of the law, they say he wasn't interfering, but we all know that his positioning affected the defenders
Akanji.
and affected the goalkeeper too.
He was doing something that I've done at like family barbecues. So you have like a older nephew and like a baby nephew, and the older nephew
yeah,
trying to get the ball, and you just shepherd, let the little one play, and that's what he did. And Bruno finished with aplomb.
If that goal goes in, against any one of our teams, we will be
You're
livid.
spitting feathers.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's offside.
He's protected it,
It
and
was
then jaxed
unbelievable.
it.
Yeah.
It's like where you're playing 2-touch or 3-touch.
yeah.
Where you
I've
take
already
a 3-touch.
taken my.
He was actually
Like,
shielding.
no,
He was like,
yeah.
Bro,
It's offside.
I see like I was in a group chat. I see bare people. It's offside. I didn't get it because I must have just boom. And then when I look back, I said, "All right, he's offside. Like he's just offside."
Where were VAR? Did they not check it? Because the referee's gone to the line, no?
Went over to the line.
You gotta understand, it's subjective. So you've got the rule, but
Is it
then you have to see is Rashford interfering with the player, and then when you actually check that, that's subjective. So and the ref didn't think that he was.
What's your take on it?
I think he was. He was basically like, what's that game? That Olympic game with the ice.
Curling.
Curling. Yeah.
Curling, yes.
He was. That's what he was doing.
Winter
and then, you know when it
Olympics.
hits the other thing, he just waited to get to it, and then it went bam, Bruno.
But you're there.
Foul.
Yeah.
And it
The
was
analogies for that
But
whole passage.
I
play are
saw
amazing.
a week before. I saw the camera just blow out at Anfield, didn't it?
God.
That was cold.
That was one.
Decent.
And then I saw Salah basically score the same
Yes.
kind of exact goal that we scored.
Salah's goal is so offside.
Like he was offside. The defenders tried to intercept it.
Salah, you know, Salah's
before
just
previously.
minding his business, yeah. And
He
the
doesn't
ball's
know.
come here,
And
so he's just scored.
Wow, a ball.
So
yeah,
they
mad.
need to change. They need to change the rule. Don't be upset.
Don't be mad at us. And Marcus Rashford, remontada
We should leave it to Rash. I mean, to Jess.
continues, and it's spreading. It's contagious.
Do you want me to talk
Danny
about Rashford?
Welbeck's even getting involved.
Oh,
Yeah, Jess. I put a post up yesterday saying tag a friend who wrote Marcus Rashford off, and I think you were tagged.
Nothing I
didn't mean
said. Nothing I said was incorrect at the time.
You
when I
compared
said
him
it.
to Damari Gray. How do you think that's playing out?
Yeah, I still stand by that. They're very similar players. Like, nothing I said is incorrect. He's scoring goals now. Yes.
You're crazy, man.
Okay.
There's only one Englishman that's on his levels right now.
Bukayo Saka.
Yes.
Nothing I said was incorrect. People feel
Damari
that's
Gray?
he's mad.
Gaffers, do you think Marcus Rashford and Damari Gray are the same player?
He's mad.
Let us know
fast.
if Jess is being
He's
stubborn.
got ability, bro.
Let's get into Man City.
Yeah, where to start? Pep had a meltdown.
Oh, sorry, Wan-Bissaka. Do you know a key part of his development?
Okay,
Let pull downs.
Ten Hag.
stop.
Got Latford does fucking no more fucking Lindelof. Because I've been trying to tell you guys for ages, Lindelof sticks up Wan-Bissaka because he knows he's not that great on the ball. He passes the ball, then he hides.
Yeah, and Maguire too.
And now suddenly Wan-Bissaka's looking less shit because he's got Varane next to him.
Are Man United in the title race before we move on?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say like they are, except Arsenal are comfortably winning the league. Okay, so we're over here. Nothing United do or Man City do is gonna affect what Arsenal do up there. Do you understand? So it's not like, you know.
So we're like also rans. Like
Exactly.
bridesmaids.
Exactly. So yeah. So like we'd have to say they are,
Yeah.
except Arsenal are winning the
We
league.
are the best hope of beating you.
I'm gonna agree with that because you're so hard to beat, and not only that, you're hard to break down, and that counter attack.
counterattack.
Yeah, it'll
That's how
finish
we beat
most.
the first time.
The
Probably.
midfield as well. Let's not. I know Ericsson's looked a bit tired over the last few weeks, but I feel like we can play through
That
midfield
pacemaker,
now.
man.
It's different compared to the McFred.
Yeah, but that
the
there,
Fellaini, the
I just
Herrera.
feel like
It's,
I
it's
just
a
feel
bit
like
different.
that counter attack is formidable. It's because the way you're defending so good as well. It's
And guess
formidable.
what, Jess? We've added Wout Weghorst
Wout-
to the mix.
That's what I was gonna say.
Which is a little bit of pick and mix, randomizer.
That's what I was gonna say.
Scorch, would you take a Wout Weghorst at any club that you've ever been associated with?
Yeah.
Wout Weghorst will not succeed at United because the counter attack won't work with him.
As I said,
I don't
to you
think he's
off
there
air,
for the counter attack.
Yeah, so it's just then it's lottery. If United
yeah,
aren't
he's no slouch.
if United aren't counter attacking, then it's lottery. Your counter attack is not lottery. It's guaranteed. Like you've got the inside scoop. It's a rigged thing. You know when they roll the balls in the tombola and you've got a ball palm, you go in and that's your counter attack is that. Yeah, it's guaranteed. Anything else for you guys? Yeah, it might happen. It might not happen.
Wait, sorry to I heard this is how they do. This is how they rig Champions League because you know like
They're heated.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the hot balls, man. Like,
Heated.
or frozen letters. Oh,
Yeah.
cold.
Man City, where's it all going wrong? They signed a striker who scored 20 goals, probably had about 6 touches yesterday. It was a little bit unfortunate. People singing Haaland, how's your dad? It was all, and then
Wait, the songs are
Keno, and then
I heard the
Kevin
Keno.
Phillips got a when he's warming up, get your tits out for the lads.
Get your tits out for the lads.
Man City, what's going on? Lost to Southampton in the week. They don't lose back to back, and yeah, they know how.
Come on, baby.
See, you've got many problems. We're seeing now how pivotal Gabriel Jesus, Zinchenko, and Sterling were for them. They have brought a player in that's caused them to change their whole approach to life and therefore football. That player is Erling Braut Haaland, and they've also signed Calvin Phillips.
Guys, like when we imagine like Pep, yeah, tiki taka, technical
Tiki-taka
football,
soccer.
yeah, like
That's
cool.
not Haaland.
Like we imagine City being like not like City's first season when they had Otamendi and all that and it weren't clicking. Who did they have like Mangala and that?
Kolarov was there as well.
Right.
Left back playing centre back.
You remember like when they had them guys, yeah, like not technical, diminutive, low, like whatever, none of that shit. Like they weren't leaning on technicians. The football looked different, innit? But when you say raw, Jack Grealish, Haaland, Ake, Akanji, Carl Walker, Would you pick them 5 to play a bit of keep ball? Just example.
Probably.
Would you pick them 5 to play a bit of keep ball? Because chances are you probably would pick the Man U players in those positions to play a bit of keep ball. You definitely would pick the Arsenal players to play a bit. So my thing is, I think that what we're imagining Man City are playing like, that's not happening, bro.
We're imagining it.
Like, man's imagining, because you're seeing them with possession.
Yeah,
I think man's imagining they're juking ball. No, they're not.
When I think of,
they had one shot.
Yeah, I think Arsenal.
One shot on target.
when I think of Man City, I think of Kevin De Bruyne on the half turn, getting the ball out of his feet, a sprint out, delivering to the box. That's Man City. I see Bernardo Silva doing this.
They've done it 20 times this year for Holland. But why has it stopped?
Do you know what I think is mad? Yeah, that like, I feel like Haaland, you see like what he brings.
Haaland.
The theory about it is that he can be the difference maker in the games, the few games that they can't win. Yeah, we've got
Those close ones. Yeah,
got an outlier to just do. You know, Chelsea Champions League final.
Yeah, that's the marginal difference. Yeah,
we're going hammer and tongs, boss, like both going at it. They win 1-0.
Yeah.
He's the difference. Yeah, but the problem is that whole entire game is not the same now, because you got one piece off the board in terms of the football chess match. He doesn't exist,
and therefore everyone else is having to do more.
And let me stun you as well.
More a little Argentina thing.
Yeah,
He's gonna like Haaland shit, not a shit striker.
Let's flip that.
He's an elite world class striker.
but he hits the ball very hard though.
As a footballer, he's shit.
But he's very fast.
You're gonna play 90 minutes of football and take 6 touches, and 4 of them are bad.
But he's very strong.
Like this is not it,
He's in the wrong system.
bro. I think
He's making mad runs, and I'd never see City pass the ball forward. Yeah, it's just like
Imagine
they're
Bruno
not direct.
Fernandez.
Yeah.
Imagine Bruno
Imagine him
Fernandez
and Bruno.
passing
If
the
he was with Bruno,
Yeah.
bro, Bruno would be finding him 24/7.
Do you know who needs to swap? By the way, Man City bought the wrong striker. They should have went again and got Kane, because that's what they need. That's the guy that wins them the Champions League.
They tried though, innit? It was
this season.
Yeah, they tried.
Should have won again.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying they
Hey.
went last season.
Yeah.
Should have gone again this season.
Am I mad in
They
saying
said they'd left it, innit?
if you Darwin Núñez and Haaland, is everybody happier?
At City. Woo.
No.
And at Liverpool. Hold on.
No.
Hold on.
No.
I'm just asking. It's just a question.
Hold on. Let's think about this.
Look.
He definitely doesn't miss the chances for Liverpool. Haaland.
No
But
way.
Núñez-
Yeah, Liverpool will be happier.
Yeah,
Liverpool will be happier.
Liverpool will be happy.
But Man,
And Man
City
City-
are playing with 10 men.
Yeah, Man City will be
Yeah.
happy. Everyone's happier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
'Cause
winning. They're winning with 10 men.
both teams will be happier if they did a.
Gaffers, let us know your thoughts. City's title hopes done.
How many times do I have to say this?
No.
Got
Yes,
Arsenal
because
back to back.
Arsenal are winning the
No,
league.
when you play Man City, that's when it's gonna be like,
Bruno.
Do you understand? Yeah, like we got them back to back. Yeah, if they somehow manage to beat us, yeah,
yeah.
okay. But let's be honest. Let's
Somehow.
let's not pretend that
I'm
they're
not in the
playing.
same.
I'm
in the
not
same
saying
space.
that
Yeah.
because from Man United's beating them, I really
Yeah,
think
let's say
Arsenal
let's just
could
say they
definitely
somehow managed to
them,
beat
bro.
us. Yeah,
That's a derby though.
yeah. Let's say they somehow managed to beat us. Yeah, we're still 2 points ahead of them.
No, but come on, 2 points.
It's January as well.
It's the Catalan derby. I
It's
guess.
it's January as well.
January
So
as
don't
well.
forget that transfer window is open.
Do you know that's the only?
Like people don't talk about City getting busy, but
They don't really do Jan though. Being real.
it hasn't been like this. Has it ever been like this in Jan
Yes.
since Pep's been there?
Yes. Remember there was that
So
time.
far off it,
And
I
they
don't know.
caught, who did they
went
catch? They
sick.
caught.
No, they
caught
did bare games on
Liverpool.
a spin.
and that's against a great Liverpool team. I
And
think
this Arsenal team might be a great Arsenal team, and we just don't know it yet. And we don't feel comfortable calling people like Tommy Yasu great in this moment.
Or Ben White.
Or Ben White. Like I don't want to call Ben White great.
Yeah,
I say it every single day.
But you know what I'm saying? That's
yeah.
he might be. Ben White might like
I just feel like
Saliba,
this
might
kind of City
Might be
place that they're in,
DVD.
they might need to ask for a little cash
But
injection.
the problem with that though is that Pep is a very regimented coach. He's not like a Roy Hodgson. Yeah, he's just there on the training ground, like chatting to his mates. Yeah, Pep, you have to buy into his system. Look, Calvin Phillips has been there all this time, and he's not even in. So I don't think anyone comes in January and then goes straight in and impacts them.
Oh, also as well, do you know how I know it's getting a bit scary? Because Pep's doing that weird thing.
the meltdown,
The interviews.
the posts.
It's bare early
We wanted it
for
on.
like, why are
Getting
you
rattled.
melting?
Absolutely rattled.
That was sad to see.
He said, oh, I'm gonna do I've got plans, ridiculous things. And then you lost.
Yeah.
playing your strongest team as well.
Then you lost.
no real excuses.
No
innit?
real excuses.
What,
Like,
John
you had your
Stones?
Haaland.
John
He's not his strongest team. Do not lie.
Stones.
No, but I'm saying
Yeah, I like him a
from
lot.
Southampton.
But they've
like,
got
he's
bare teams, man.
He's,
Like,
bro, he's not. When he was playing with these other teams, he was playing Cancelo and Walker centre back. I'm talking like he played Cancelo left back. He played Walker right back. They had the midfield, Rodri, De Bruyne,
Yeah. No,
Bernardo,
there's no-
Foden, Haaland. Like, who's
yeah.
missing?
We can't
The
cry
centre-back.
for Man
Yeah,
City.
like, that's the best you're gonna get.
A big derby win, and we can't dwell on it for too long because the game's coming up thick and fast next week. Arsenal, Man United, we'll be reviewing that next week.
I just want to lastly, Cancelo is fucking bleeding, man. Fuck. Because guess what? Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's in a bleeding team, is playing way better than you. Trent, I know he's had some. I think Trent is, but yeah, we'll get there anyway.
We're gonna get there.
Cancelo, yeah,
I said,
has rightly been
attitude since he had that number 7 shirt being off.
Techie, innit?
Pep said it. People lose hunger.
Guys,
Shout out my boy,
Please.
Rico Lewis wouldn't have fucked it today.
Hey, would've.
SB, Rico Lewis.
would have done his drink against.
He's the truth.
I just want to reiterate my first point. City are missing Zinchenko, Sterling, and Jesus.
Yes, and also before we move on, because we gotta call it early. Shout out CK, yeah, my boy CK.
Yeah, the terrorist.
He certified terrorism.
What was he saying about Klopp last year?
He might be right.
A lot of
He's
things
kind
about
of
Klopp.
Hey Clay, we're gonna dig back in the archive for them Klopp shouts. No, but he said to me ages ago. He said, "No, yo," he's like, "Wait, we got this." I said, "What?" He said, "I said what?" He said, "We're good, man." I said, "What?" He said, "We got some young boy." Who? Garnacho. What's that? Nah, trust me, he's world class. I said, "What are you talking about?"
It's crazy.
Bro, motherfucking hell. This guy,
Impact.
Sanch, wherever you are, whatever you're doing,
Sancho was
keep
seen
going,
back.
son.
He's back at Old Trafford. He's back. He was there.
And that's good for him.
The return.
Because nobody's missing him. Because Garnacho is looking like £77 million on the
I think
dot.
he was bought for like 500k.
Can I-
Looking like an absolute
Garnacho
snip.
for me is the truth.
18.
You know I'm a negative person. I can't go on the high. Anthony and Pepe are the same thing right now.
Yes,
Believe me.
yes.
Can we move on now? I said it. Let's go.
Oh, is that it? No more on Garnacho?
Oh no, Garnacho is the truth. But I have to end on a negative.
Okay, cool.
I can't end on a positive.
I'm going to bring it back. Garnacho, is he qualified to play for Spain as well?
He's born in Madrid.
He's doing, you see this boy, he's got all the pieces that are telling you.
I've said this to like few of my like
Argentina,
few of my Man United friends. I've said we're gonna have him for a couple of years, and he's
gonna
go
clock.
to
Yeah,
Madrid.
yeah.
He's gonna go to Madrid.
7 years. Get out of him.
Speaking of people that should have gone to Madrid, Mo Salah's team yesterday struggled down at the coast. Struggled down at the coast. It's De Zerbi season, as I keep saying. He has managed to, extract more lemonade from those sweet coastal lemons. An absolute thumping, thrashing. Jurgen Klopp had to come over and do like an apology,
An appraisal.
Appraisal. That was more like
Shout out my boy Mike E. Appraisal.
It was an absolute shocker. Could have been more. Solly March and the boys are running riot. Where do we have Liverpool? I felt like they turned some corner, but it seemed like it was just a false dawn.
And concede.
Bleed and concede. Bleed and concede they will.
Quick question for my friends here and my friends at home.
Yeah.
Did Liverpool need to sign Cody Gakpo?
No.
I said it, there are bigger issues in that team, but then knowing, I feel like Luis Diaz is going to be out for a while. Jota's got his injuries. They
thought Jota was
a little bit of something.
Bro.
Should it have been the priority and spending however much it was on him? Probably not. But I think if a good player like that with potential is available, you should get him. But it's
Bro. Can we just
it's not a great time.
Liverpool,
to join Liverpool.
Last year what were they talking to us about last year?
They played every single game available.
Yeah, and they was in the 4 trophies, wasn't it?
And now they're bleeding.
Man,
and
look at the
conceding.
blood, bleed and concede.
Whole lot of
concede.
Look at you lot. You got Klopp looking all freaking. Oh, sorry.
whole lot of
I'm
red.
Sorry.
There's,
All you Liverpool fans travelled from Liverpool all the way to Brighton to see that.
Yeah.
To see that.
That's toxic.
also-
SB, man.
To see
No,
that.
I'm with the
It's
toxicity.
toxic.
I'm with it because I was hearing this is the greatest team in the world.
Yeah.
I was hearing that Van Dijk is one of the best defenders in the Premier League's ever seen.
He didn't
SB,
play.
man.
Mo Salah's one of the greatest.
Yes.
Mo Salah can't even tie Eden Hazard's boots about is the greatest.
But they,
What's going on?
But they were how many games away, Dan? From being immortal? Two games.
Yeah.
Bro,
Two
Not
games
come on,
from the
man.
quadruple.
Man City won it.
But
last
this
From the
is fine-
20
this
minutes.
is fine
Quadruple.
margins.
The greatest thing that this Liverpool squad's done is just compete with Man City,
and run very a lot.
and that was it. That made
And
that made Man
run
City
very
win.
a lot.
Yeah, Klopp,
More
Klopp said it was their worst ever performance.
No.
Which I probably don't doubt.
That's a lie, Dan.
Getting on
What did he say?
to Gabby and mentality monsters and all of these things, like just losing your head, bro. When no one's injured. Who's injured?
Guys, what Jurgen Klopp managed to do at Liverpool was phenomenal because he made us believe that 7 out of 10 players were phenomenal. Yeah, the one I always highlight is Robertson.
Andrew.
He's good.
Jess,
Thank you,
please,
SB.
please.
What is it, the most
Please,
assists
give me
from a
some skin.
defender ever?
Yeah,
but
just
you know what?
spam-
He's
spamming
on
the
eco mode
same
right
thing.
now, though.
Yeah, he's
Can't
just
do
doing.
anything.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
He's only
like,
done it for like 4 seasons.
I rate him, man.
yeah, no, he got a lot. He
got
got a
heart.
lot out of him. Yeah, and now like he squeezed the last drop. Yeah, and now there's nothing left. My other point I want to make is that the signing of Thiago Alcantara was a huge mistake because we know what kind of football Thiago plays. It's beautiful. It's Mozart. It's Alexander Pushkin. It's Beethoven. It's beautiful, and you put him in the team full of Led Zeppelin, Iron Maiden, and Metallica, AC/DC.
Supporting.
This doesn't make sense.
Fam, do you know what they done? They said something's missing. AC/DC
Yes.
and Led Zeppelin them.
Yeah.
Looking at it, they got the guitar. You know the guitar with the two, it's got one thing, and then it's got two, yeah? They got some of them, the bass guitar,
the special one.
But the
Amps
drummer's
everywhere.
got, like, you know when the all drums behind,
yeah.
and they said, we're missing something. And you know what they did? They
What a violinist.
they bought the violinist.
No, they bought a dinger.
A dingo.
saying this?
No,
No,
the dick.
You know what? No, I mean a dinger as in
A
like a
bike.
car.
Oh.
Yeah, they bought a dinger in Thiago. Yeah, because you know when you're about to buy a car, you don't buy a car with what, like 180,000, 200,000 miles on it, do you? Because what happens? It doesn't pass
It's
the
gonna pop
MOT.
down, yeah.
It's
Cocked
gonna
it back.
pop. Like it might be alright for the first year.
You get yard.
You might, and then the
Yeah.
second year you're
Sick in
thinking,
the
oh,
head.
the handbrakes go in, the clutches go in. You turn on your car every day, another new light's coming on the dashboard.
You're not gonna say he's done his head gasket.
Bro,
You lot are
He might have.
sick.
He said to me, Jordan Henderson's done his head gasket.
yeah, he actually has. Like,
He's
finished. Like, he's on his
he's
legs.
served. He's served. Yeah,
They
but
all
that,
have.
that
Like,
midfield.
there's only
yeah.
so much
What was it?
asthma that you can have
Was it
and
yesterday?
survive. and run.
Fabinho,
Fuck's sake.
Fabinho, Henderson,
It's
Thiago.
crazy.
Didn't they give? Who did they give a new thing to?
I hope it was James Milner or Oxlade.
It was Milner.
It was
innit?
Milner.
Yes.
About last season, wasn't it?
No,
recent?
Henderson got a new thing as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sensation.
Hendo got his new thing.
Yeah.
Wicked
And he said,
stuff.
"Yeah, I'm signing it, and I don't want the final years to be me as a bit part player."
Do you know what I was really surprised at? I thought I remember Henderson, and I thought he was gonna it was his contract knocking around in the back of his head, and it's maybe spilling onto the pitch, and he's just been shit still.
Yeah.
Stuff, man.
Very.
Well, on Trent all the time. It's not his fault.
I found out recently. I may have known this before, but it's resurfaced in my mind that Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain was earning more than Sadio Mane. We may have said this before.
You get what
Considerably.
you get what you negotiate is what I say.
And now Liverpool are paying the price for that. Because
Yeah.
you should,
Yeah,
you
Dan.
should- no,
You get
that's
what you
true.
negotiate.
No, that's true. But now Liverpool are
That's
paying the
Mane's
price for that.
agents and representatives. That's
I
their
know.
fault.
The point I'm making, from Liverpool's standpoint, is that
You get what you pay for.
like you thought it was a good idea to have this person who's not as pivotal for your club as this person,
productive
and pay
as well,
that person more, and then be surprised when
Because
this important person
he's socially considered more handsome.
exactly like if you really value this person, you say, listen, we're going to give you more money because we want to show you we care about
Like
you.
Wijnaldum.
There you go.
Is it
This
when they
Mane
gave
thing
him
is
the
done to
money?
death as well. Mane wanted to leave, by the way. Like, why does everyone? We always
Why?
Because they why, Dan?
they-
Why?
Yeah,
did
why?
he leave,
Yeah, he
Dan?
wanted to leave. Why?
He said he wanted a new challenge.
No.
That's what he
Why
said.
does he want a new
publicly.
challenge, Dan?
You
You
have
want
to
new
ask
money?
him.
Why does he need a new challenge,
Let's
Dan?
ask him.
He wanted new money.
Let's be real, yeah.
He want no
Like
new money.
he's not gonna come out and say,
What did that new
I
money?
want new money, yeah.
Come on, I lie.
Like Footballers
that's what
talk,
it means.
yeah?
When they say I'm looking for a new challenge, when footballers say
Come on, man.
I'm looking for a new challenge, like 8 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10,
Casemiro said
it's
that
the
about
money.
coming to
That's why I
Man
said
United.
8 times and 9 times out of 10.
He's the one
Because
in
you gotta have
99.
guy. You have to have the one guy with
And
one
what
said he
do
wanted
we
something
believe?
new. Let's not.
Casimo's earning less at,
No, he's earning more.
at United.
No,
He's just
no, but come
pumped.
on.
Money's running.
You just got heart in it.
My brethren, sorry, just quickly. My brethren rang me, yeah, and he said,
Shout out, brethren.
Matt Haynes. Shout out Matt Haynes. He said, bro, you know this Casemiro guy, yeah? He's actually not come for the money, innit? I said, bro.
He's in there headlocking fans. It's crazy.
He said, he's like, bro, you said to me like he's the best. He's the best.
I hate hearing Casemiro talk. Yeah, all the Casemiro talk scorching. You know why I hate it?
Carlos.
Carlos, because I've known for so long. I'm thinking, how can you not know?
It's
Like,
Carlos, bro.
Carlos.
Truth. It's the
Yeah.
truth. Brighton.
Mitoma, you mean?
No, me solid.
March?
Spearheaded by Mitoma.
Solly.
No, they were having fun, man. They were having a lot of fun. And yeah, Solly March is one of those footballers where you have to say both his names. Because if you don't, it's like,
Yeah.
Can't you say
who's
March?
March? Yeah.
Yeah,
But
You're
he-
trying to. You see,
Solly's my guy.
he buses them. You know?
okay.
He's my guy.
Solomon. His second goal was scary. And also the Liverpool mix up. Matip, Scorch. We gave him his flowers.
No, that was no, bro. Separation, my bro.
He is stinking the gaff up just a little bit.
The bleed is considerable.
Yes, it is a high level.
I see
of hemorrhage.
Matip get the ball, compose himself, take a touch that way. Right now, I don't fancy going that way. He comes back this way, where the man was initially, who's also standing there, and passes the ball to him.
It's awful, pensive,
And nearly concede.
It's
He's done. That's what I'm talking about. The head gaskets, the batteries, the clutch. It's finished.
It's tough. Do we go on?
No, I was gonna say like
It's finished. It's
he's
done.
moving like he needs like a catalytic converter or
challenge.
something like this.
He just needs to go to the mountains, man.
Klopp's another stubborn guy as well with the high line. It's just like bro.
Suicide.
You know your team can't
He
press.
can't defend
And
though.
that's what I'm trying to say. You know your team can't press or defend. So right now,
Mitoma versus Trent yesterday was
In the cell.
interesting to see.
By the way, he has to play the high line because their thing is win the ball back and compacting the area. So if the line isn't high, then their whole game plan crumbles.
that worked previously when it
That's
was
why
all,
they have no game
when
plan.
everything was finely
Yeah.
tuned.
yeah.
I'm saying, but like they're still hoping on that. It's all they know.
Hope
You know,
is,
like if he
it's
drops
the
that
hope
line
that
back,
kills you.
if he drops that line back even 5 yards, even 10 yards, yeah, everything's finished.
It's finished.
Yeah, so the line has to stay high, and they have to keep
Die.
high and die.
High and die.
It
High
can't be
and
much.
die.
I think it's probably time to try something new because it can't be much worse than what they're serving up at the minute.
Yeah, but it's not going to happen overnight.
It's been a while.
Like,
now,
'cause
just
how long?
little
How long
thing.
did it take for them to even get there? About 2.5, 3 years.
2 years.
Yeah,
This is all he knows. This
Exactly.
is why he leaves clubs after 6, 7 years because he burns them
that's a
out.
good run.
He builds them
He
out.
builds
That's a
them
good run.
up. He
6
burns
years.
them out.
I'd say he does a good job.
So
He does a
why
good job.
can
Yeah, he gives you a good
run?
project. Of course he does. But at the end of his project, he leaves you with a whole squad of burnt out players. It happened at Dortmund.
No, it's
he left
calm.
them with a burnt out squad.
Yeah, it's tough. Liverpool are struggles.
I was gonna say on Matoma though.
Yes.
Bro, Matoma. When I heard this, I said, "Oh right, it's making sense." Yeah.
Fam.
He wrote a
Thesis.
Yeah,
thesis based upon dribbling, and that's when I realized
You're up against a master technician.
that is why I can hear Roberto De Zerbi saying 1v1,
He knows what he's doing, man. There's no one more qualified than Mitoma to dribble at someone. And there were some good scenes in the Brighton changing rooms after with De Zerbi leading the singing Solly March's song.
bro.
to
De
him.
Zerbi
Did you see his interview?
is my
after?
favorite
So
manager
much.
in the league.
Solly March was like, yeah, since he's come in here, he's put an arm around me and he makes me believe in myself. And
Blood,
all
did
of
you not
this
see
stuff.
his press conference?
So, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Solly.
didn't-
So I was
didn't see
thinking,
it. No.
No, the gaffers.
oh no. So I was thinking, Potter.
Has
Zerbi.
has De Zerbi improved
Yes.
the Brighton we once saw?
Yeah.
Well,
They're not
I
extreme.
believe they're 8th.
Yes, they
So then
are
he's-
currently ahead of Liverpool.
He's made them twice as good as usually are because they're usually 16th.
I was gonna say 14th.
by default.
Yeah. So
And Liverpool laughed at the start of the season. Some of my Liverpool friends, they laughed when Man United lost to Brentford and Brighton.
He's
And they've
having
gone
the
and done the same
greatest
thing.
time, and now look at them.
Yeah,
Cycle
they've gone
done.
and,
Like
repeated it.
10 said, every cycle has to come to an end,
He's been rapping.
and yours is looking like it's coming to an end. Liverpool.
it's just a shame that during this phenomenal period where they've had the best centre back to ever grace the game, the best Mo Salah to ever grace the game,
Best team.
the best everything, that they don't have more silverware for it.
Yeah, you only got one.
No,
Champions
but
League.
let's not do
One
that,
Premier
guys, because they
League.
got
I'm
a
doing
Champions League, they
No,
got
but
a
it is-
Premier
They've got a
League,
full set.
they got everything. They have everything.
This happened with Man United in our in our greatest time. We had our greatest team in 08. 08 to was Man United's greatest team
kept bucking
ever.
Barcelona.
We got one Champions League.
Yeah.
We was in 3 finals.
It's life.
Yeah.
Yeah, people,
It's
we
life.
can't feel sorry for people.
Make it happen.
No, but that no, but
Get yours.
no. My point is though, like you said, you lot was in 3 finals and won one, and you was a great team.
But
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
could have
Liverpool,
been better.
yeah.
Great team.
Could have
Yeah,
been,
I'm at that place. But yeah, I don't feel sorry for any.
Nah.
Because but come on, man, what are you supposed to
Me
do
neither.
when
That's
you?
what I'm saying. What are you meant to do when you got Daddy Alves?
I was gonna say, G, what are you gonna do when you
Got
butt G belt?
Ini and Javi.
Yeah, that's
Flying
right.
to the
Prime.
sky.
That was
When
prime.
Messi wants to score headers, you're
Prime.
done. You're done.
Prime.
You're up
done.
against it.
We had the worst
David
Barcelona
Villa.
team.
David Villa.
In terms of moving forwards and I guess looking towards the other end of the table, we could just bring it all together. Nottingham Forest seem to have come alive. What did you think of these scenes in the changing room after they beat Wolves? Jesse Lingard looking like the kid who was excluded, is what people say.
I didn't mind
He was
it.
looking like the kid that was excluded from school and turned up at the school gates, and there was some dancing going on, so he got involved, which is always good to see. Leicester lost again. They are now 15th, but 2 points above the drop zone.
14th.
You Leicester.
Was that where they
ain't
end, or-
Nottingham Forest above Leicester?
Yeah.
Yeah,
How,
they are.
how
Yeah,
crazy
Leicester are
is
15th.
that? Like we've been looking at Forest as like the worst team in the
Bums.
Premier League, and they're ahead of Leicester now, and Everton.
It's a mess, man. It's a mess. And yeah, the Everton. Okay, man, hasn't updated players coach. So yeah, they're 14th, but in a bad way. And I wouldn't be surprised if they drop. They finally started turning on their board, and I thought like the Leicester board was sacred due to everything they've been through. The highs and
It's
the
the
lows.
Premier League, man. Because
You said
It's
there's,
Premier League.
there's a time.
Premier League.
There's an expiry date on love.
look.
Nobody safe, lad. Nobody safe, lad.
I tell you what, if that was me, I would be thinking twice before I turn up at the ground ever again. It's the Premier League. You can't play like that in the Premier League.
Winning it once and not winning it again.
What is this?
Come on.
I'd be livid if I was a fan paying my hard-earned money. It's a Premier League.
Look what you've got to deal with in the Premier League, yeah. Number 16 is fucking Julian Lopetegui. Yeah?
Yeah, Julian.
Giza used to manage Porto, Real Madrid, Sevilla.
Spain.
The national
Spain.
team for a day.
Yeah, that's who's in 16th. Then you got Jesse Marsh, Leeds, number 15.
The future.
yeah.
Leipzig.
Leipzig, Salzburg. He's from America,
One
but
of the
he's-
thinkers. One of the good thinkers.
Qualified.
He's been in the CL. Then you got Brendan Rodgers, who everybody calls shit, but
Good coach.
Managed a great
Champions League
he
bear.
Managed a great team.
then you got some.
Treble.
Okay, cool. Then there's some person in 13th. I'm not going to
Won
say
the
too
FA
much.
Cup.
Vieira. Not. Then you got 11th, Unai, who's lost count of how many Europa Leagues, Valencia, Sevilla.
He's got all the rings. Yeah.
Like he's
yeah.
done it. Like he's a guy. Yeah, bro. There's just too many good people
Yeah,
around.
It's tough. It's tough down there, man.
De Zerbi is a CL manager. He come from Shakhtar. He's managing at Sassuolo. That's not the biggest of deals, but he knows a player or two.
Clout, CV's good.
Bro, it's like the Prem's just too techie.
Yeah. You got to
also
be on your
techie.
shit.
And I'd say it's probably a little bit techie for
David Moyes.
people with less experience, the likes of Lampard.
I knew that's where he was going.
Horrible scenes at Goodison, as we'd always expect. When things don't go right there,
I love the
Gets-
Scousers.
It gets a bit hairy.
I love 'em.
James
From
Ward-Prowse,
the heart.
one of the great. Nathan Jones said, "There's not a better technical player in the Premier League."
Nathan Jones, though, do you know what I've clocked real quick?
I respect him.
He chats a lot of shit, though.
Oh, okay.
I listen to his, not he chats a lot of shit. Like
Some of the
he will,
win.
no, it's more he will say things. It's not he's a chat. I take that back. He's not a chat shit guy. I mean, he's gonna say he's gonna say things. He's gonna say things.
I think he deserves it after the win against Man City, and then now this win away, which is massive.
Him
You man need to take in his press conferences because he's bitching, man.
One time he
God
said, I don't care what the fans say about. I don't know anything. Of course, I know stuff. Like,
It's a little bit personal. That's a bit Graham Potter.
He showed his worth.
We've missed something very key.
The facts.
No, Chelsea. We're not going to mention Chelsea and
Yeah,
their
but come on.
hijack FC.
I'd prefer to speak about Brentford. Flying high.
Okay.
Ivan Toney still hasn't missed a pen in the Premier League.
What's that? 11.
I think it's 11. No, I think it's 11. It's 11 or 9.
Can they just sort out his betting thing?
Little
so
celebration.
What do you think
that was?
Someone needs to buy him.
I
wouldn't mind him.
Why the fuck is he like? He needs to stop being involved in football matches and impacting them and fucking with that shit. Whatever the fuck he's doing, betting, bro. He's taking a piss. Yeah, because you're on bail and just
he's not on bail.
He's on bail.
He's on bail, man.
He's been arrested.
Man,
Fam,
don't listen.
bro,
He's on football bail.
fam, he's on mad obo and just crashing works.
You say funny postman at his door and that, like fake.
Fuck that, man. Like this guy, do you know what, bro?
He's
This
cold,
guy,
man.
he's so cold. Bro, you see Brentford. They're the guys this year that are making me
Happy.
Pay attention.
look like a dickhead.
Oh, I like.
Because bro, they are just them and they just keep their.
G-Tech
Then I called
Stadium.
them. Then I said, nah, it's blessed because they're gonna pop down. No Ericsson. They said, nah,
Watch this.
watch this pussy, yo.
They've pushed on. Are we
not going to do hijack FC?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, come.
What did we say on Thursday, man? What did we say?
Hijack FC, aka Keep the Jet Running FC,
Tank is full every time we lose.
Ted Bowley, man. What a guy.
aka fuck them all in.
Did you say Ted Bowley?
Todd, sorry.
What a guy.
Todd. Get it right.
Do Chelsea scout their players before they sign them?
No.
I've got a
There's been
list.
a lot of memes.
They just check the age.
Scrolling on
Check the
BBC.
They check the age. They see,
And
23
they're dishing out
under.
the 7.5. They're dishing out the 7.5 year deals.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Seven and a half
crazy.
years,
But
man.
apparently that's to get around FFP.
I like it.
That's
I
to
like
get around. I just want to
Yeah.
go through this. Yeah, these are Havertz, Sterling, Mount, Ziyech, Aubameyang, Pulisic, Broha, David Datro Fofana, Felix, and now Mudryk. Those are all their attacking players.
How many is that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Probably.
10, I think.
Genuine question. Will that work in a 4-4-3?
4-4-3.
Yeah.
Todd asked. Yeah.
This will definitely
Gonna
work
need
in the
12
4-4.
players, yeah.
This is you've got 10 players. Apparently Mount isn't an attacker, so I've got to take him off that list.
How many number 9s?
2.
Oh, you got 2 there, yeah?
Aubameyang and Broha, who's out for the
They
season.
don't need it because every now and again Havertz starts to look like a player. He bagged today against Crystal Palace,
Not good
who
enough.
have been a little bit. I'm keeping an eye on the Crystal Palace
We
situation.
need to stop giving them props. I know they're South London.
Yeah,
and a lot
they're
of them are
repping
black.
the brothers.
A lot of them are black boys. But listen, this is
but
not,
no, this season
isn't for the man them or
it's
whatever.
not
We have to be
really
realistic, bro. They're not great in it. They're playing Schlupp centre midfielder.
Schlupp.
No offense to Schlupp. I think Schlupp was a good player when he was at Leicester, but he was never a centre midfielder at Leicester.
He's just not a centre mid. He's a left
They've got,
back.
they've got him centre midfield with Doucouré. They've still got Ayew. Like Ayew is still
Well done,
playing
Ayew, man.
football, bro.
Well done, Ayew.
He was playing football with Asamoah Gyan, bro.
Yeah, well done for.
How long
for
ago was
surviving.
Asamoah Gyan doing the
Baby Jack.
2010.
dance, fam, bro? Come on, man. He's still playing up front.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. But I
Eze
would
is not the player like that
Olise.
Not that you.
that we thought that. Not that he's bad. He had his injury and everything, but he's not kicked on really like that. Olise is not kicked on. He just looks nice with a trim and he's left footed. Like, just needs to be.
and he
real,
does
boys.
cold interviews.
Yeah,
Who's
like,
that? Lisa?
Yeah.
Oh
You
yeah.
need to see.
He's
He
doing
do-
the Haaland.
he
thing.
said
so
that as well.
hard.
No, because you're asking him dumb questions. Yeah.
The low socks is like the only ones I rate. There's Gay and Anderson.
Anderson for sure.
Oh, okay.
Gay.
Even Gay, like he.
And
Oh,
he-
Gay, yeah.
He's
so Gay. He's
yeah.
shady.
He got-
He's been getting.
He's a
some-
young boy though.
He's been
Yeah.
getting some work, bro.
Do you know who I rate?
Not okay.
Do you know who's man need to respect the ping?
Tariq Mitchell.
Yeah.
Oh no,
him
Anderson.
as also Mitchell.
Bro,
Anderson spray. Yeah.
Anderson's
So
ping
that's
is
a well-known weapon in South London. What do we think of Chelsea announcing and I guess
Oi.
parading.
Did you see the
Modric.
troll? Did you see the Instagram?
Yeah.
They was
So,
posting him
it was
on
going crazy.
Instagram.
Before
Before even Fabrizio even said the
Yeah.
thing was confirmed or
The whole-
something. I said, raw.
From an Arsenal perspective, the whole
Yeah,
Modric thing for
bossy.
me, I'd prefer if he was at Arsenal. But that
Slightly
money was,
embarrassing, Chase.
I don't think it's
Yeah,
embarrassing.
it's definitely.
I think it was.
I think it.
I don't,
Publicly
I'm not embarrassed.
Like,
I don't think.
Yeah, I'm
No,
not
so
embarrassed.
if you
it's
covet for someone so much and then you don't get them,
It's-
that's embarrassing.
Oh,
No, publicly
embarrassment
as well.
is subjective, yeah. As Arsenal fan, I'm not embarrassed, but what I'm saying is Arsenal were very clear from the beginning that they don't want to pay this ridiculous money.
This is
yeah?
why. This is where I'm saying I don't think it's embarrassing.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
like-
what is embarrassing to me is
overspending.
none of you lot have ever seen this boy.
No. I was seeing Arsenal fans watching comps and highlights and saying they watching
Music
Champions League.
videos.
Me, see me. I
Sending
watched.
me little baby videos of him rapping and
I
shit.
saw him against
Bro,
Celtic.
I watched Real Madrid Shakhtar.
Yeah.
I got that in.
Yeah.
I thought because you know why I got it in because I wanted to see how good this kid is.
Yep.
This is before the noise of him going to Arsenal or whatever.
Money move, yeah.
His name was getting warm, innit? Like
Yeah, exactly.
he was one of the players in Ukraine. Guess who another one? Guess who another one of the players that was in Ukraine and needed to
For sure.
No, not Ukraine. It might have been Russia.
He was in Kazan.
He was, yeah. That's how man did get to know about.
No, but he was
The
in
two of them.
Ukraine because he moved to Kazan
Because of the thing.
because of the war.
Oh, right.
But he moved for nothing, yeah.
But yeah, so when all of that was going on, that's when man stumbled across
Yeah.
Modric. But none of these people, like he was just a ex.
Like personally, yeah.
Brentford
I said to Dan before we started
100
recording, yeah, that I would have been, or maybe I didn't say it to you, I would have been uncomfortable paying more than 50 M's for Modric, all things
100%.
considered, yeah.
Even 50 is
Yeah,
is
50,
mad.
that's what I'm saying. 50 is
not
a
giving,
lot, yeah.
not giving no
Exactly, like
Those sticks.
warlord
said
50 M's,
50
bro.
is hard to
you
come
don't
back.
pay that kind of money for potential.
40 senior
Yeah.
appearances or something.
Yeah,
like
and
that.
also as well, I'm not mad at Modric either. I'm not mad at all.
No. Get your money.
Like
No,
these,
the twerking is extremely embarrassing. I haven't seen
That whole thing's
I
embarrassing.
haven't seen anything like that.
Yes.
again, I would say that
Posting
embarrassment is
pictures.
subjective. I
You
don't.
don't think it was embarrassing?
I don't think that's embarrassing. He's posting
no, what I'm
Arsenal
saying,
pictures,
yeah.
2 top coaches,
What I'm saying is this, yeah.
the reveal video,
What I'm
him
saying-
watching it in his
His
nan's
hair.
crib,
What I'm
the
saying
mashup
is-
bando that he was in.
What I'm
like,
saying is this is
very
that
embarrassing.
the only person that can be embarrassed is him. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Or
So
no,
Chelsea.
and I'm saying that's embarrassing for him, and I
No,
also think
no,
it's
but I'm
embarrassing for
saying-
Edu as
no,
well.
no, he has to be embarrassed. We can't say he's embarrassed. Like he has to be the one saying, "Listen,
No, we say
you know-
loads of things.
No.
Like we say players are shit. They're
You
playing in
was
the
chasing
Premier
him,
League.
come
I'm
on.
allowed to say.
It's a feeling.
I'm allowed to say
No.
Modric is embarrassed because he's been twerking.
He
For
did,
Arsenal.
And now he's at Chelsea walking out on the
the
pitch.
point I'm
It's
making,
mental.
yeah.
he looked a bit though. He did
Oh,
look
two-
a bit when he stepped out with the Ukraine flag.
Overcome.
Looked a bit
He
fake.
looked a bit like.
shaky.
By the way, yeah."
days
But he's not gonna. Don't worry.
What? He didn't know what was going. He didn't know.
No,
What
he's-
to-
no,
Two
it's
days,
wild,
2
bro.
days
He was
ago,
going
he was
that way.
joining Arsenal.
Yeah.
No, you're
Do
not
And
understanding.
then Todd lost on
Guys.
Thursday. Gave him the call on Thursday. I said, boom.
Let's go to
Guys,
Heathrow.
guys,
And
let
then
me,
Sunday,
guys,
he's on Stamford Bridge.
let me be the adult in the room.
Life.
Yeah, Dario Serna, shout him out, baller. Dario,
FM legend.
yeah, because it was
SRNA
everything. Yes, straight one vowel.
at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, so Sir Dario has said, "Yo, like I'm patterning the thing, just hold tight, yeah." And then he said, "Yeah, it's patterned," and then it's like, "Oh, raw, fire." Yeah. So he said, yeah, he was like, "Oh yeah, like I'm patterning the thing. Don't worry, just like it'll get done this week." He said, "Alright, cool." He's boom. And he said, "Right, boom, we're getting on the plane." Bam, he's landed, and he's like, "You know what? They're trying to work out who's sending the P. So whoever's is yeah, all right, cool. Landed. He's walking out of Chelsea, and he doesn't. This is the main part that all of you lot are missing. He doesn't know who Graham Potter is.
No.
Hold on, wait. You just moved for 90 to however much. He doesn't know who Graham Potter is, and that is the problem today. Because I hear you. I know he's gonna try his hardest and all the stuff. Yeah, but do you know what? I'm not really sure about. I have no idea. The Graham Potter,
Plan for.
because you know, like when you go, like even like, you see, even Arteta, yeah, like he will have like he will have players that will be like, oh yeah, man, Arteta's so sick. Like you got, I know him from when I was like,
Yeah, there they are. Yeah.
from when I was at City, and you know when we was
Coached him
winning
for
all the
Wales
stuff,
under
yeah.
15, yeah,
like
yeah.
trust me, Pep listens to him, like all of that. Potter's got none of that going on. Modric has just landed here, and now wait for it. he's one of the most valuable footballers on earth.
Yeah.
So
And he
it's
don't
good
know
work, man.
he don't know you, but you're gonna tell him what to do.
And Chelsea have a lot of problems. One of those problems is young Mason Mount, because he will play regardless.
He's back.
Cannibalisation.
He's back to Mason Mount now.
He's
Isn't
Mason Mount, yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
love.
But by the way, Mudryk, like I was saying, if I was him, I would have gone too. Like,
Yeah, because Arsenal were saying they were going to pay, I think it's like 35 to 40k
Oh,
wages.
that's-
which is
Chelsea-
that's
it
good
don't-
money.
yeah, it doesn't-
Chelsea are
make
paying
sense.
him 120 or something like that.
But
It was
even that,
200.
like, this is how you know it doesn't make sense. The boy is moving for so much money and his wages are so small. Make it make sense.
Yeah.
Go look at the list. Go look at the list of the expensive players, the top whatevers, yeah? He's going to be the lowest thing.
Yeah.
I personally think he's sick, but I feel like, the risk man are taking is...
Man.
It's a big risk. It's a
You
massive
need
risk.
money to take them risks, and that's what Tottenham.
But they,
what
yeah,
they've
they got...
Yeah.
Any more for any more in the weekend review? Newcastle.
Hold on,
kept
wait,
under
wait.
pressure in the top
Chelsea,
four.
Chelsea, they needed that dub.
Oh yeah, first win of
Needed
the
that.
year.
Oh no,
And we
I think
are
the world of
halfway
football
into the
needed
year.
Chelsea to win that game.
Halfway.
Yeah,
because
to stop them
Yeah.
fucking buying everyone's players. I think we needed that.
I'm a
is
bit
this
shook
days
they're going to
break?
buy Poro this week, man.
They might.
Because
Is that sustainable though?
They got
Just-
Liverpool-
just
they
buying
got
players.
Liverpool.
what do
Yes.
you mean,
Just
my bro?
holding
There's still
stocks
bare
and
fuel
resources.
in the jet.
Oh yeah.
You still
Yeah.
got
Thing was dropped today. Koulibaly for Badiashile, which is
Yeah.
probably a sign of things to come. I can't see Koulibaly staying there beyond the end of the season, if I'm being honest.
horrible.
Oh,
signing.
the 20 called up John Terry for the
Yeah.
shirt. Oh,
Embarrassing.
He can
Yeah,
stay because
yeah, he can
for him
have
to
the
go,
shirt.
someone's got to take him.
Napoli, I think we'll probably take him back.
Nah.
After they win the league.
their
Nah.
thing is okay.
How about they queffed you? No, they
Yeah.
Yeah.
Juve.
Yeah.
They queffed Juve 5-1. Their centre back scored a banger
Yep.
from a corner. Aussie Men is laughing, treating Aussie Men is a fucking
Told him
menace.
he's the
But
best.
anyway,
I've been
yeah,
saying he's
so-
the best.
Chelsea.
Yeah, and Newcastle scraped a win. I'm going to call it scraped a win against Fulham, and I still think that Newcastle
Absolutely
are better
scraped.
as it stands without Alan Saint-Maximin.
We've been saying
Ah,
this.
they
No,
are.
we've said it. We've
Yeah,
said it.
yeah,
It's not
yeah.
news.
Gets a
Eddie,
bit
Eddie
weird.
knows this as well.
Yeah.
We know this. We know this. Those Newcastle players are playing for some of that Saudi contract money. I'm telling you, don't be surprised if there's clauses said, guys, you hit these targets, yeah, and there's some.
You can survive.
Yeah. It's a lot of. Yeah, look how big the wheel is. That's how big the car is.
We want raves.
Yo,
And before we go, Leon
Raves.
Bailey has arrived.
Yo,
He's got-
landing.
He's got no bad
Yeah, man,
vibes.
don't do that
Jess
crying
said Bobby
stuff, man.
Cordova-Reid
Jano.
was the best Jamaican player, and I feel like Leon Bailey.
No, I said he's the top scorer.
Has taken it personally.
The Jamaican. Yo,
Jamaican top scorer.
can I dream? Can
Are
I
we allowed-
dream?
Can one
linked up
dream?
with
Can a
Adidas
reggae
now?
boy dream?
Oh, you switched it up.
Well,
Yeah,
like,
Jay-
Blood, listen, can I see Bobby Reid? Bobby Reid. We gotta do it, man. My guy Bobby Reid, man. A man not clocking, he's
Gonna win
kicking
the
on.
World, gonna win the World Cup.
I'm not going. No, Jess, don't do that. Don't do that. Bobby Reid, I know he plays for Fulham, who are where are they in the league?
Like 8th
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
or 7th.
And Bobby Reid is showing ability. Do you know what I'm starting to think as well? Maybe Bobby Reid was never a striker.
Yes, you have mentioned this. Yes,
He plays
probably.
everywhere. He can play right back, right
Bro,
wing.
he's showing.
He
He's showing.
tried to give Trippier a little
ability.
and won a pen, and then Mitrovic the double kick.
Wait.
that is
Walks. The
childish.
staggered.
The flip flap.
The staggered flip flap.
To receive it.
Shum.
It's good, man.
Bro,
that
you see
shows the level of
shum,
confidence.
shum. I will never forget. I did a shum one time in MPK,
Yes,
and it
better
and
days.
shum, and it felt good, and he just did it in the Prem
You
and won a
could-
pen.
You could relate. You could relate.
And he's Jamaican,
He's Jamaican. That's the main thing.
and he's got long hair, so you know he's a real Jamaican.
Proper.
It's like
Backyard.
he's like a doppelganger of Dexter Daps, but that's for
Breaking news.
yeah. But here we are. I guess that's the weekend review. It has been an extended one. We've gone into extra time, but we hope you appreciate it.
Yeah, because what with the new mandate,
Yeah,
And the jet's still running.
have to
So
add the time on.
yeah.
Shout out to the World Cup. We have been the Gaffers. You have been great. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe, and most importantly, comment. And we'll see you again later this week.